Ladies and gentlemen, in 2022, William Samoei Arap Ruto, the then Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, did two unthinkable things. Number one, William Ruto defeated Uhuru Kenyatta's candidate, Raila Odinga. Uhuru Kenyatta was a sitting president. Raila Odinga was enjoying the support of the entire country. But William Ruto emerged victorious. Some of us believe up to now that William Ruto rigged that election. But at the end of the day, he outwitted Uhuru Kenyatta, who was a sitting president, and he also outwitted Raila Odinga, who had the support of the entire country and who only needed the support of the deep state. But William Ruto defeated Raila, who was being supported by Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, that is the reason why most Kenyans today believe that nobody can actually defeat William Ruto in 2027. Although personally, if you ask me, William Ruto is definitely one of the easiest presidents to be defeated. The second thing William Ruto did that shocked the entire country is the fact that William Ruto successfully managed to kick Uhuru Kenyatta out of the mountain. Uhuru Kenyatta had the support of the entire mountain ahead of the last election. By the end of the last election, the member of parliament representing Uhuru Kenyatta in parliament was voted on William Ruto's party, the governor, the senator, even the MCA and the women rep.
Thank you very much, members of the Fourth Estate. I was just getting into Acacia because today is Friday and we normally get into Acacia tonight. And I've just caught the news that the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, is all over social media and all over news saying that he's being harassed. I want to say this. First of all, it is so wrong. This government has been trying very hard to fight against alcoholism. The president or the former president cannot come and address the nation while in such drunken stupor. It is such a bad show to the young people, to the country, that we're trying to fight alcoholism, and such a person of high stature, an ex-president, can come and address the nation in such drunkenness. You know, drugs are known to give people hallucinations. And I am sure what I've heard the former president saying are hallucinations that he got in what he was doing.
That is something that shocked the entire country. But as a matter of fact, Uhuru Kenyatta also did something which was unimaginable. Uhuru Kenyatta graciously handed over power peacefully to William Ruto, and Uhuru Kenyatta decided to take a low profile. And most Kenyans thought that Uhuru Kenyatta was going to retire peacefully. Let's give credit where it's due. We are yet to see Uhuru Kenyatta coming out publicly to play politics. But it is very clear that one of the individuals giving William Ruto sleepless nights in the Republic of Kenya today is none other than Uhuru Muigai wa Kenyatta. And the question is, why is it that William Ruto has that fear of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta when Uhuru Kenyatta is appearing as if he's up to nothing? These are some of the things which William Ruto has tried just to frustrate Uhuru Kenyatta, and it confirms the fear. Because in this video, I want to explain to you guys why Ruto fears Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. After the last election, William Ruto embarked on a journey of trying to forcefully take over Jubilee Party. As we speak, Jubilee Party has two factions. There is the faction led by Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege, who are bought by William Ruto. And then there is another group headed by Jeremiah Kioni. If you go to parliament today, almost all Jubilee members of parliament, almost all of them, are in the pocket of William Ruto. And remember, Uhuru Kenyatta advised the mountain that as they were going for the election, they needed to have their own political party. Ruto now has Jubilee Party as part of his own party. So the mere fact that Ruto could dare attempt to forcefully take control of Jubilee Party means there's something he feared. Number two, after the last election, William Ruto started targeting some of perceived Uhuru Kenyatta's allies. You saw someone like Rigathi Gachagua being dragged to court. You saw someone like Uhuru Kenyatta's son house being raided. You saw how Uhuru Kenyatta's mother was embarrassed at some point. As a matter of fact, immediately William Ruto took over, he fired everybody who was appointed by Uhuru Kenyatta. The reason he feared Uhuru Kenyatta. And even right now, the perceived handshake between Raila Odinga and William Ruto is as a result of the fear of Uhuru Kenyatta. In this video, I want to explain to you guys why Ruto fears Uhuru Kenyatta. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to thank the following people. You are seeing their names on the screen there for the coffee which they sent to me earlier today. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. You can also do the same using the numbers you are seeing on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. Why do you think Ruto fears Uhuru Kenyatta? I know there are those who believe that Ruto does not fear Uhuru Kenyatta. The truth is, the person giving William Ruto sleepless nights in the Republic of Kenya today is none other than Uhuru Kenyatta. That's why when there was that fallout between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto, what did Rigathi Gachagua do? He reached out to the Kenyattas and offered an apology because he knew that Uhuru and Ruto were feuding. So the enemy of your enemy becomes your enemy. And he also knew that by reaching out to the Kenyatta family, he was going to add the fear. And therefore, William Ruto was not going to allow himself to fight two political wars, Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta. So for me, the fear is as a result of the following. Number one, William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta know each other very well. They carry each other's secrets. And that is where the fear is. Uhuru Kenyatta worked with William Ruto very closely when Moi introduced Uhuru into Kenyan politics. In the last election, not the last election really, in 2013, Uhuru Kenyatta decided and appointed William Ruto as his running mate. In 2017, William Ruto took Uhuru Kenyatta's re-election as if he was the one who was running. And they did so many bad things together. If it's about scandal, stealing from the government, all these guys know each other, what they've done. Uhuru knows what William Ruto has done in government. Ruto knows what Uhuru has done. And that is the fear. So they fear each other. No, Ruto is the president. Whenever he sees Uhuru Kenyatta, probably with Raila or with someone else, what is he telling them? So that's number one. Number two, Uhuru Kenyatta has the resources. And before I explain for you how the resources, because Uhuru Kenyatta has deep pockets, how the deep pockets of Uhuru Kenyatta is instilling fear in William Ruto, allow me to introduce you guys also to another fantastic program or app called LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates and the money will be delivered instantly into your Mpesa account, Airtel Money account, and if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta is rich means that Uhuru Kenyatta can actually sponsor or can destabilize William Ruto's government. That's why, before the Gen Z's protest emerged, that's why when Raila Odinga and Azimio were protesting, William Ruto tried to brand those protests as being sponsored by Uhuru Kenyatta. I remember Kimani Ichung'wah used to be very brutal on his attack on Uhuru Kenyatta, the singular sponsor. That's how he used to refer to Uhuru Kenyatta. Just because of the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta has money. In fact, one of the reasons why most Kenyans believe that William Ruto is stealing is because there's this perception that William Ruto wants to make money to the level of the Kenyattas. And he wants to do it overnight. So, because he has money, there's also the feeling that he can sponsor serious candidates against Ruto. And of course, there is also the element of the mountain. He might want to use those resources to win back the support of the mountain, the way he has already done. So, the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta is rich is giving William Ruto serious political headache. Number 3 is the Mount Kenya factor. You know, William Ruto, just like I explained at the beginning of this video, shocked the entire country when he kicked Uhuru Kenyatta out of the mountain. But William Ruto understood one thing, that you can only rent a Kikuyu. And that is exactly what is happening. That his support in the mountain was not organic. It was actually cosmetic. And being cosmetic support, those support are now gone. Which means, as we speak today, the mountain is ready for Uhuru Kenyatta. And consider the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta has the money, consider the fact that he knows Ruto, consider other factors, there's high chance or high likely that Mount Kenya might slip back to the hands of Uhuru Kenyatta. And that is something which is giving William Ruto serious political headache. Because Ruto understands that the moment he will lose the mountain, that will mark the end of his political career. Are we together up to that stage, ladies and gentlemen? Number 4 is the deep state. You see, during the last election, William Ruto was the deputy president. Uhuru Kenyatta was the president. But William Ruto was able to infiltrate that deep state. And he was able to plant his people, because he was planning, right at the center of Uhuru Kenyatta deep state. Someone like Monica Juma were right at the center, planning with Uhuru Kenyatta how to make Raila president, and every time he leaves there, he would go and report to Ruto. The Ruto also has that fear that probably, you know, karma is normally a karma is a. So the assumption that Ruto also fear Uhuru, that Uhuru might actually do the same thing he did to him. Uhuru might infiltrate the deep state, and the deep state might actually be also giving him wrong information, the way they gave Uhuru Kenyatta wrong information. And apart from that, having served as the president, it means Uhuru Kenyatta can get whatever information he wants from the government. And lastly, the other fear is Uhuru Kenyatta's international influence. You know, William Ruto embarked on a tour of consolidating the support internationally, because when he got into office, he didn't have that international connection. And luckily for William Ruto, he had the backing of the United States of America, because the US were the force behind William Ruto's presidency. But Uhuru Kenyatta still commanded a lot of respect. That's why even in Uganda, it took a lot of effort for William Ruto to try to persuade Museveni to frustrate Uhuru Kenyatta's businesses in Uganda. It did not happen. In Tanzania, the same. In Rwanda, the same. So by the time William Ruto realized that Uhuru Kenyatta is actually entrenched internationally, it was late. And that is one of the reasons why probably Ruto is also sponsoring Raila Odinga's candidature, so that he can ride on that, so that Raila can also take a bit of the limelight from Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.